Happy Monday, print fam. Back at the print shop, printing some stuff out in the other shop, and it sounds like the cutter just finished. So again, that's one of the beauties of the Konica and the Duplo together, is the automation. It is slower than using a stack cutter, but I've been in here doing other stuff while it's been doing its thing. So just finished. Looks like it was 50 printed pages to get 100 total sheets cut down for some realtor, I think. It's one of Bob's customers, so those sound like they just finished. We've got a business card order for 250 that we got to do, and then there's a 1,000-piece business card order that we're still waiting on. Looks like approval for the artwork. So that's what we got in-house right now as far as paper printing. We do have a few other things that we're working on. I've got some hats that I need to get embroidered over the next few days. Got a bunch of different promotional products that are going on. I do have one of those promotional products that should be delivered today to the post office, so I'll go pick that up and deliver it to the customer. We've got some screen printed shirts. Story with this one is I have a 250 piece order that should have been done Friday, but unfortunately the shirts that I ordered from Sanmar did not show up on time, and so they were not printed yesterday because they messaged me on Thursday saying, hey, we're missing some of the shirts, and they were coming from a different facility than the rest of them. And so I called Sanmar, and they're like, oh, the order got deleted. And I'm like, why? Well, we'll fix it and we'll overnight it. And overnight it did get them Friday, but that doesn't mean my vendor can complete them Friday. So those should hopefully be done today, and I can go pick those up. And then I'm working on another design for some shirts that I'm still waiting for approval on. Hopefully I can get that today. Got a few HTV projects. I've got some aprons laid out in the other shop and some shirts. I'm still waiting for the artwork on the shirts. I think it's about 20 shirts. Unfortunately, they did not do what they said they were going to do. They said they were going to all be dark shirts and we were going to do all white. Now I have some light shirts that we're going to do black on. So one, I'm waiting for approval on that, and the artwork itself to put on the shirts. It's just some text, so it shouldn't be too bad, but still frustrating. Let's see, got a shirt for Bob, got a shirt that the artwork's at Penji. So if you guys hear me talk about Penji, I know there's a bunch of new subscribers. Penji is my outsource graphics company. So they're a company that I pay a monthly retainer basically to, and they do artwork. And that's all that they do for me. It's something that Bob and I both have access to. We can submit jobs. It's a nice back and forth system that they give you when they send you artwork. Then you can click on it and make notes at specific locations so that you can say, oh, this is wrong, or you spelled this wrong, or this changed the way that this looks. So it makes it really nice going back and forth. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes the designs aren't great, but overall for what I pay, I feel that it's a really good service to have, especially where Bob and I just don't have a ton of time. Speaking of which, a lot of you might not even know who Bob is because Bob hasn't been in the blog for a long time, so I'll have to see if I can change that. We'll get Bob on here.
Imagine living in such a sad world that you don't know Bob, the funniest human being alive.
Large format wise, looks like we have one job that's coming down the little pipeline to print, but everything else is just kind of in the finishing stages. Like I've got this one here that's just in the top of a HTV tube that needs to be put transfer tape on. I got one next to it that needs to be weeded and transfer tape put on. So just a few things that are kind of in the finishing stages, a couple outsourced projects. So things are looking good. Bob's got 19 jobs in the queue and I've got 27, so we got a fair amount of work going on. So should be a pretty good day, pretty good week. I am definitely looking forward to it. Definitely have a lot to do today, so I'm going to get back to it. But thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and let's get on with the rest of the day. Alright, print fam, I actually went and ran a few errands. I got some mail from the post office. Glad I did, because there's about $5,000 worth of checks here. So that's always a great day. I was supposed to have a package at the post office. It was not there. So hopefully it'll be there tomorrow. Although, as I was pulling out, I saw the FedEx truck pull up to the post office. And I wonder if that order was FedEx. Where is it? It was a FedEx order. A FedEx shipment. So I bet if I check it now, it's going to show that it's delivered. Yep, it was delivered 11 minutes ago. So the order that I needed was being delivered as I was pulling out of the parking lot. So, oh well, I can go back later. I might have to run another errand for my wife, as well as those shirts that were supposed to be done Friday, or will actually be done today. So I'll probably end up having to go get those as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna get these. I'll start over. I'm gonna get these checks deposited, and then I got a couple of emails while I was gone, so I'm gonna go over those. Looks like one is for, they need more name badges and business cards. One is a confirmation of the artwork for the HTV shirts that are out in the other room, and then a personal quote for someone that needs some HTV. They work for a business that I do a lot of heat transfer for, and they're needing a personal quote. So we will look at that and go from there. Alright, print fam, it is 4:30. My wife went and picked up the shirts they got done. They messed up on one, which is not terrible. I think the order total was 250 pieces. The same company also approved the artwork for the second set of shirts that they're doing. They're doing about 250 of those as well. So I got to get that all put together. Today has been kind of just a boring work on the computer type day. I've got some different proofs put together. I did get a name badge order. I order those. The website is BNB. Let's see what it stands for. I have no idea what it stands for. B, so Bravo, November, Bravo, line.com. They do name badges, so that's where I order them from. So got an order into them for some name badges. I'm going back and forth with a customer on some business cards. I am doing a t-shirt design for someone. I just got a proof from Penji, so I sent that over to them to see what they think. Konica came out with a new machine called the Konica Shine101, which I think is a small desktop laminator. So I requested some information from that from my sales guy from the Konica, trying to just see what it is. They claim it to be an affordable desktop finisher, so it'll do like foils, lamination, clear coat, spot clear coat. That's what it claims, so I'm just trying to get more information about it. I've quoted some HTV. I got approval on the aprons, so I got that laid out so I can print that with the white toner. I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. Sent some invoices off. I did print a few things this morning for Bob, but those were just basic 8.5 by 11s. I printed them on 12 by 18s, cut them down, and there were only 50 sheets, which came out to 100 quantity total, so it only took about 5 minutes, so not really much to show there. I've got 10 emails in my inbox. A couple of those are just for some quotes, so they should be pretty quick to get done. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty caught up. I might zip over to the post office and get that order that's there and drop it off. They probably have already left work, so I might decide to wait till tomorrow. And I do need to, in my shirts back here, I need to go through and find, I've got some shirts from like, I think Tolex, the TCS apparel brand. I've got a Next Level apparel. I've got a Port & Company. I need to take those with me to BNI tomorrow. I've got a financial planner that wants to look at them and see which one he likes best. I also ordered some samples that are a cornerstone from Sanmar for the home inspector of our group. So I gotta take those along with some business cards to BNI tomorrow. So feeling pretty good with where I am, but I'll wrap up a few more things and I'll check in before I call it a night. Alright, so I got my stuff ready for BNI tomorrow. I've got these 2 cornerstone shirts. I've got 4 just regular black t-shirts. I've got a Bella canvas, Next Level, Port & Company, and Gildan. I've got some business cards and some stickers. These are the aprons that I need to do, but right now what I am working on are these shirts. So I just thought that pricing wise, they're all getting the same design, but we do have some like children shirts. So you can see that this is a youth, another youth, even smaller youth, even smaller youth. So I obviously can't do the heat transfer all the same. The other thing with these is because the customer provided the shirts, 1, I don't guarantee it, and 2, I charge more because I have to sort these. So I'm gonna have to go through, you can see even all the bags. This is for some family event, so each family bought their own shirts, and we got Walmart and Target and who knows what else. But so I've gone through and taken off all the stickers, which that can sometimes cause problems because of the adhesive. But like I said, I typically charge more because I have to sort them. So I have to go through and I'm gonna have to say, okay, this is a light and this is a dark. I have to remove the stickers. So when I invoice or when I quote these, they end up paying more if they're providing the shirt. Plus, they're likely paying more anyway because they bought shirts at retail price. So like this Russell shirt said it was $13. These basic t-shirts range anywhere from $6 to $5. So I guess $5 to $6. So they ended up paying more than they would have if they would have just bought them from me. Plus they're paying more for the actual stuff that's going on it because I'm having to sort them. So that's unfortunate, but it's what they want. So I've got these all sorted. As you can tell in the video, it didn't take very long to do. I'm going to do the kids 7 inches wide, and I'm going to do the adult 10 inches wide. So I've got 5 whites that I need to do for kids, 4 black, and then 8 white for the adults. So they said they're doing this for some family, something to take a photo. They have to take and submit the photo by Friday, so I'll probably end up working on these tomorrow or Wednesday or some of both. The aprons are not due till the 20th, but I've had this order since like December, so I'm going to try to get it out the door. I'll probably end up trying to do these all at the same time just so I can have the heat press on once. I do have my neighbor that I got to do a shirt for, but Bob has got my Pantone book. They want me to match or semi-closely match a teal color that they have. So I was going to use the Pantone book to just have them pick a color that is close. That's going to be done on the white toner just because the design has some like distress look. So it'll be easier to do on white toner than it will be to do traditional heat transfer. So I think that's about it for shirt stuff today. I've got my shirts ready for BNI, my other stuff ready for BNI. Usually the way I do this to not forget those is I either put them in my car or I put my keys on them so that when I go to leave tomorrow, then I have to pick up my keys, which reminds me to pick those up. So that's how I remember. Yeah, let's get back to work. Another thing that I'll tell you about is I bought more RAM for the Fiery. So I tried to print a flyer that I was sent by a corporate entity. So super big business. It's a well-known name brand. And the file was half a gig, so 500 meg. And this thing has only got 4 gig of RAM, and it took like 10 minutes to do the rip process to get it to print. I talked initially to my Konica rep when I first got the machine, and he said, while it's not officially supported, if I take my Konica hat off, I recommend that you just do it yourself. I'm an IT guy by trade, so I just looked up what kind of RAM was in it and bought 2 new sticks. So I'm upgrading the machine to 12 gig. These are 4 gig sticks. They're PC3 1066, which is like DDR3 1333 or 1666, I can't remember. There's a really simple tool you can use to, without even having to pop open the computer, see what RAM is in there, how many open slots. So that's what I did. If you guys are interested in that program, send me a comment. So that's one of the things that I got to do over the next day or so is put this RAM in, because boy, this is slow. And it's Windows 10 on 4 gig and it sucks. So getting it up to 12 will be nice. That's going to fill all 4 slots. I didn't feel like spending more. I think for both of these sticks it was about $30. I'll link them down in the description just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, back to work again. I only made it like 5 feet before I remembered something else I wanted to tell you. Alright, Print Fam, I am calling it a night. Some good progress was made today. I unfortunately did not meet my goal as far as invoicing, but I did bring in a bunch of money today, so that's good. Invoice wise, I made 1 invoice for $50, so still, it was a great day. So got a lot done, even though not a lot of it was production. Should be able to get most of that other stuff done either tomorrow or Wednesday, so look forward to seeing some HTV shirts going on. But thanks as always for watching. If you have any questions about what I do, why I do it, how I do it, etc., leave those down in the comments. Thank you, Cam, for editing the videos. If you guys want to support the channel, you can do so monetarily with the links in the description. Remember, all of February, everything will be donated to Cam, the awesome video editor. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for being here. If you haven't already, I'd love to see a subscription. Give this video a thumbs up if you feel it deserved it, and we'll see you next time, Print Fam.